Okay, part 2 of going over assignment 4 then. Number 5. Looking at number 5, first thing we get a mark for is reading off the correct readings. Could not think of the word there. So these ones are a bit tricky to read. The one in your assessment would be a bit clearer. That's 60, so that'd be 62, 64, 66, 68. So that one's sitting at 68. This one's sitting at 108. So that's my first mark for reading off my two. Well, it's actually my 3, isn't it? So I'll get one for each of those. And I get my final mark for putting this onto my scale. So diastolic 68, so that's round about here. So that's round about there. So we have ideal blood pressure. Number 6. In a school, 2/5 chose to study art, a third chose to study music, and the rest chose to study craft and design. Now I want to know what fractions study craft and design. So first thing I want to do is add these two together. You can use your calculator, remember? So you can do 2/5 plus 1/3 on your calculator, which is 11/15. We then need to take our answer away from 1, because we're talking about all of the population. Again, you can use your calculator if you want. It would be quite a straightforward one even without a calculator. To get 4/15. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for adding, 1 mark for subtracting. I know there's a few that like to do it without a calculator, so I'll just run through that quickly as well. So 2/5 plus a third, smallest number that 5 and 3 both go into is 15. So I'm going to make my new denominator 15. To go from 5 to 15, times by 3, do the same to the top, 2 times 3 is 6. This side, to go from 3 to 15, times by 5, do the same to the top, 1 times 5 is 5, add the 2 together, 6 add 5 is 11, so get 11/15, and then taken away from 1. 1 is the same as 15/15, taken away 11/15 gives me 4/15. Number 7, ratio question. So we've got 3 grades of seats available. A is the most expensive, B is the middle, C is the cheapest. The cheapest seats were £30, so the cheapest seats here, C, were £30. So B will be 3 times whatever C is. So that would be £90. And A will be 4 times whatever C is. So 4 times 30 is £120. You get your first mark here for using the ratio to find the ticket prices, so you need to show some kind of idea that you've multiplied by the correct numbers. So that you've multiplied this one by 3, multiplied that one by 4, you'll get your second mark for getting the 2 answers correct. Part B, the ratio of the type of seats was split into the ratio 2 to 3 to 5, and in total there was 9,000 tickets. So this is split into 10 equal parts. There are 9,000 tickets, divided by 10, 1 equal part is worth 900. So looking at the A's to begin with, there are 2 lots of that, so I'll do 2 times 900. So there will be 1,800 seats at A. A costs £120. So do 1,800 times 120. Which is 216,000. The Bs are 3 lots of 900, 2,700. Each ticket at B costs £90. Times that up, come for the wrong calculator again. Which is 243,000. And the C's, oh, jumped a bit too far, didn't it? Are 5 lots of the 900, which is 4,500. Now if we add up down the way here, the 1,800, the 2,700 and the 4,500, that should give us our 9,000, so you can always use that recheck if you want to. And each ticket is worth £30. Going for a calculator for the third time, which is 135,000. Total sales then, add them all together, so 216,000, add 243,000, add 135,000, which is £594,000. Okay, marks for this part then. You get your first mark for working out how many of each seat type there were, working out these 3 here. You get your second mark for your total amount of sales. It's a lot of working for your 2 marks for that question. Okay, number 8, the stem and leaf diagram. So a group of 20 adults joined the fitness camp together. At the start of the camp, the resting heart rate was monitored. What was the lowest recorded heart rate? So the lowest recorded heart rate, we're going right the way to the top. That's the smallest number there, would be 47. Missed out a key in this. I thought I typed one in. Well, assuming that's our key then. Calculate the mean resting heart rate after the fitness program started. So I'm adding up all of these. So I'm doing 47, add 48, add 57, and so on. I'm just going to pause while I add those all up. Okay, adding them all up then, I got 1,418. There are 20 numbers altogether, so I'm going to divide that by 20. And I get 70.9. Part C, if the mean results before the program was 70.65 beats per minute, has the fitness program had an effect? It's not much of a difference, is it? But we could say yes, as the resting heart rate is now higher. It doesn't ask what the effect is. Doesn't seem like it's a particularly good effect, because you'd want your heart rate to slow down rather than increase. I think that might have been a slight mistake in the question. Either that or my mean has gone wrong somewhere. Double check that. Okay, I double check that mean, and I still get the same answer. So it's just not much of a change really. We could justify anything with that one. Okay, marks for this one then. You'd get 1 mark for reading this correctly from the graph. You get 2 marks for calculating your mean. You get your first mark for knowing how to calculate the mean. So if you show some kind of adding up and dividing by the total, you'll get the mark. You'll get another mark for your solution for the mean. That gives you 2, and you get a mark for your comment. Okay, so your comment should be some kind of comparison. So we need to be saying here, yes, the resting heart's now higher as it's 70.9 rather than 70.65. Something like that for your comment for that one. Number 9. Looking at a component bar graph, we want to know which region had the highest frequency of those earning 30 to 40. So 30 to 40 is this one here. The one that's highest is this one here. So it'd be region C. It's 1 mark. So it is that 1 mark for correctly getting the right region. And this is a 9, this is on the next page. Which 2 regions had 20% of the population earning from 20 to 30? So 20 to 30 is this one here. Well, that's been a mistake. I forgot to change the question when I changed the graph. Sorry about that, guys. So we can't answer that question. But it is 1 mark, so you'd get your 1 mark for correctly picking out the right one. Part C. In which of the regions A, B or C is the population least well off? Okay, so going back to our graph, we're looking for the one that's least well off. One that immediately jumps out to me is region B. Region B jumps out to me because 45% are earning less than 10,000. If we add on then the next 25, you've now got 60% earning less than 20,000. So you're going to get 40% earning more than 40,000. If you compare that to A, more than 40,000, here you've got 25, 45, 60 earning more than 40,000. Okay, so we want something along the lines of region B, since I've forgotten the numbers that I said now, I'm going to have to look back at the graph again. So we've got 45, 25, what's 45 add 25, 50, 70. We've got 70% earning less than 20,000. Region B, since, let's say 45% earn less than 10,000. And 70% earn less than 20,000. So anything like that, make sure you're using your comparison from your graphs. Will get you your 2 marks. You get 1 for picking out the correct region, 1 for justifying it. Okay, question 10. A group of people were asked their favourite ice cream flavour. 9 people said pistachio. So 30 degrees is the same as 9 people. How many picked strawberry? So if 30 degrees is 9 people, I want to know what 110 degrees is. I'm just going to go down to 10 degrees to get from 30 to 10, divide by 3. So 10 degrees is 30. To get from 10 to 110, we times by 11. So times by 11 here, and we get 33 people. Now you can always, if you can't spot the pattern there, you can always take it down to 1 degree by dividing by whatever that number is. Give you 0.3, then up to 110, which takes you up to your 33 people still. Marks for this one then. Get your first mark for correctly identifying that 30 degrees is the 9 people. Get your second mark for starting to do a proportion of some way, and your third mark for your final answer. Okay, I hope that helps. Any questions, please get in touch and we can get hopefully problems sorted before you set your final assessment. Okay, we're looking for 23 out of those 37 marks in order to pass. It works out 62% rather than just the final 60% just because it's out of 37. Have a look through, see how you get on. Please get any problems sorted before you set the final assessment. Good luck, guys.